Toby Lawrence Ayodele Nifemi Smith. I grew up like a normal child, though born with a silver spoon, it changed to wooden. Along the line, you understand now. Family of 7, mom, dad, 5 of us, 4 sisters, Lion, the only son and the last born some years ago. I can't remember when I was born, but some years ago. So in the 80s, yeah, that's the best I can say. I'm a young guy, doing very well for myself, at least. I'm proud, yes, I'm proud of myself. That's my definition of pride, you know, so I think that's it about me. Grew up from CAC background. We pray, prayer is the master key. Take us to church back to back, make us go to school, until I decided to change the game. And now all my sisters want to change the game. I pray it's not too late for the normal background thing. I had a normal background. Yeah, so. I've always been a comedian, though I didn't discover it on time. Like I said, I was born with a silver spoon, but along the line, it changed to plastic and wooden. You know, but when everything changed for the family in the family, I was just like the rib cracker in the house. Even when there was nothing, I was just the person that would make everybody laugh. So I didn't know that was comedy for me, but if I had known, but my mom or if my dad had allowed me to do comedy, I would have been a multi-millionaire right now. But thank God for where we are. The brand PETERU started when I was very young. I used to be in the drama group in my church, then Redeemed Christian Church of God, Jesus Squad. They don't give me serious roles, not because I'm not serious, but because I can't do any serious role very well. I only do the roles that are not just, you know, I'll just make it funny, even when the script is not funny, you know, but I didn't pay attention, like I said. Then I went into music. I was a backup artist for Diary Another Level for a couple of years. So when we're singing, there was a Fuji part that we used to do. Then I just started doing the Ajasa thingy, like, so I did it for a while. Then people started studying me, so I met this man called Solid, and they figured, okay, this guy is funny, can you roll with me? So we started rolling together, joined Royal Dancers as a dancer, you know. I just wanted to make money, but because Royal Dancers were like 25 and they would give us money, how do we share it? I was stingy, I needed to make more money for myself. So I followed Royal Dancers to an event one day, then I narrate a particular script before the dance. So while I was narrating, the MCs came late to the event, University of Ilorin. So I was told to start something just to make people laugh because they believe so much in me. So I started it. So when the MCs came, they were like, let this guy continue, he's funny. I said, funny, wow, I'm not funny. Come and do your job, I beg me, I don't know what I'm doing then. After the event, firstborn I can remember, firstborn gave me 5K. So I kept the 5K for some days and I didn't spend it. So I called him back. I said, bro, you gave me 5K. He said, that was my performance. I said, lie. So I took it. He said, can I come to Lagos? I went to Lagos. He said, what's your name? MC what? I said, I'm not MC. I'm a dancer. He said, okay, I will give you a name, but I'll think about it. So there's this particular joke that I crack that starts with PETERU. How do I put it now? There's a script of mine where I talk about PETERU, like the English version of the Passion of the Christ compared to the Yoruba version of the Passion of the Christ. So that's where the PETERU name actually came from. So when people want to introduce me, when first wanted to introduce me that day, he now said, please make welcome the guy with the PETERU joke. Okay, let me just call him MC PETERU. And I was like, okay, I like it. And the name stuck. And along the line, I told my friend, my brother here, Samson Ijo, I said I needed a name. I needed to create something out of PETERU. Because PETERU, like, to me, is not my name. I'm not Peter. And he came up with a name in days. Brilliant guy. PETERU now means presenting extraordinary tactical entertainment, radically undisputed. Oshie baby, dab on it. I think there is no major skill. If you ask me what are the major skills you need to have to be a comedian, I don't think there's a major skill. For me, maybe I'm not a professional yet, so pardon me, pardon my manners. For me, it's been God that has kept me here. God started with me, God showed me the way. But for me, comedy is inbuilt. If you don't have it, you don't have it. Trust me. If you just don't have it, it's not football where you can teach football. Even when you teach football, there's some people who are born with it. You know, I'm not a fan of Barcelona, but if you're watching this, you know Barcelona is Lionel Messi is a born footballer. You know, you can't really teach some things, some crafts, some acts. You can't teach some people how to talk if you're not a talker. So comedy is just inbuilt. You can just learn the business part of it along the line. That's what I believe. MC, comedian, there's a lot of difference. But the industry we are, we mixed it up because of selfish interests and because of money. I'm guilty of that as well. Yeah, I was guilty of that, but right now I ask my clients, you know, in Nigeria, in advanced countries, they ask you, we need a master compare. They call it master of ceremony in Nigeria. You know, master compare, who can handle this? IK is an MC. You just need to be a talker and to add a little bit of humor into whatever you're doing to be an MC. To be a comedian, you must be able to crack us up. We're waiting to laugh. We're coming in. That's why we have comedy clubs in advanced countries. Dubai, South Africa, London, America, Cyprus. We have it everywhere. Comedy club where you go in there, you're not going there to buy drinks. Even if you buy drinks along the line, you're going there to laugh. So they're expecting comedians out there, not compares. You know, but we have a lot of compares. You don't have to be a comedian to be a compare. Like I mentioned IK, you know, like I mentioned Ramsey had a TV show as well. Chidi Mokime had Good Ultimate Search at a point. Those guys are MCs. You just need a face. You need to have humor in your system just to be an MC. But to be a comedian, you just have to have it. You must be able to crack us up. You must be able to think about anything around your environment. The two are just different. But you know, clients as well make comedians and MCs force themselves to take the job. They'll be like, hello, Peteru, I need MC to my power learning. Now they want to pay for 2 jobs to be delivered by one person. So because you need the money, I used to do it as well. Because if you say you're an MC, you cannot crack jokes, they will not give you the job. If you say you're a comedian, that means you have a slot of comedy and you won't be an MC. So you are scared they will share the money. They will call an MC, they will call a comedian. So why will you leave your job to be done by someone else? You say, I can do the two. But some people are good and skillful. Yes, I do the two. I learned it over the years. You know, some people are good and skillful to be able to know when to crack jokes and when not to crack jokes. That's just it. Corporate events don't allow you to crack jokes. They will tell you, we don't want to laugh. You can put a little bit of humor, but direct this event. That's what's up. Yeah, how life as a comedian has affected me. I don't think it has changed anything in any way. Since when I was young, no one took me serious, even in my house. They never took me serious for once. Even when I told them I'm leaving University of Ado-Ekiti to come to Ibadan to join the Polytechnic Ibadan, they didn't take it serious. You know, no one ever took me serious because that's been my life. When things change in the family, like I said earlier, I have a problem. I say it is a problem, but I think most people in the world need that problem of mine. And the problem is, I'm never sad. I have that problem. I'm never sad. Even when I'm going through hell, when I'm going through fire, I am never sad. I'm always happy. I'm always lively. So if you won't even know if I don't have a dime in my pocket. My friends know this. You won't know if I don't have a cup on my account. I'm always laughing. So you want to ask me good morning, I can tell you good night. Because I just want to laugh it off. I want to get off anything. But parents' reaction when I started comedy, they didn't accept it at first. My dad is a bookworm, very intelligent, very brilliant till now. So he only wanted all his kids to shine in bright colors, to, you know, the competition was just all around him. So that affected us, imposed a lot of things on us as kids, because the son of our neighbor went to OAU and studied medicine, and the son of another neighbor went to Lautech and studied something, and the son of somebody. So he wanted that same thing for his kids. So as the only son, he just wanted me to do education, be a doctor, be this. But like the movie I saw that changed my life, 3 Idiots, I just wanted to be who I want to be. I just wanted to be myself. I just wanted to change the world, change my world around me, make people happy. That's my thing. I can't be a doctor. If I'm a doctor, who am I chasing to get sick before I treat them? If I'm a lawyer, how many cases do I want to handle? How many estates? I just want to be myself. I want to create a world around myself. Then with time, they understood it and just had to let me be, man. And now they're happy. If you're watching this, are you not happy? Don't I give you money? If I'm a doctor, how many people my mom she don't treat when she don't retire? I beg. My greatest fear of all time, and I've handled it. I think my greatest fear so far is stammering. I'm no longer a chronic stammerer. I was a chronic stammerer. But special thanks to my grandma who helped me handle it. And while I was handling it, someone is behind the camera now who will laugh at this. While I was handling it, as a grandma, she told me to just wake up, take a deep breath, take glasses of water and palm oil. You know, so while I was taking palm oil, I didn't know, you know, all these old women, the way they handle things is different. She didn't give me anything to put in the palm oil, she didn't do anything, but just let me take palm oil. While I was taking the palm oil, I'll go to my friend's house, I say, do you have palm oil? I will lick it. So while I was licking it, I was cracking jokes and I was funny. She started spreading news that it was jazz. I say, oh my Jesus. But thank God, now I can talk, I can face the camera, I can face the crowd, I can do anything. That was the first person that actually believed in me because I told her that, Mom, I want to do this. And it entails talking back to back, but I'm a stammerer. Before, my brother, I'll talk, I'll close eye, they turn nose, they turn everything. But we thank God, now we can talk, but don't look for my trouble. If you look at my trouble, you know I'm a stammerer. You know stammerer, you look for their trouble, they want to force things to happen. That was it. Well, thank God, that's like my greatest fear because I could not face the crowd. Now with the low self-esteem because I don't actually dress well that time. So I look down on myself before getting on stage. But thank God, I met people along the line that made me feel like, come on, you're the star, you're the one they want to see. So whatever you wear, it's good to dress well, but whatever you want to wear, just be good and wear it. And I tried it a couple of times, and when I have good stuff to wear at home, I just wear shorts, I wear sandals, and climb on stage, and people will be like, wow, you look good. I say, hey, wow, long. Even the day I wear Agbada, I said, they don't say you look good, you understand? That was like my greatest fear, stammering and looking good. My first pay as a comedian is from Firstborn as well. Firstborn and Sako. Now, when I went to Lagos, I was about saying the story before another gist came into it. We went to Lagos, so I stayed in Lagos for 3 weeks. I was going with them to events. They'll give me slots to perform. I had my jokes. That was what drew attention to me that time because I was not copying jokes like some Lagos comedians. Yes, I repeat, Lagos comedians. If you're watching this, I repeat, Lagos comedians. Yes. So I was saying my jokes, so they loved me for what I was doing. They were like, this guy is fresh, he has fresh materials. So, okay. So after 3 weeks, I came back with suits, like 3 pairs of suits, 5 pairs of suits, 3 pairs of shoes, then 30K, 50K, yeah. 50K, so I got to Ibadan. The same thing I did to the 5K, I did to 50K, like 50K, I can't touch it. So he called me on Thursday and said, are you free this weekend? I said, I don't do anything in Ibadan, I'm just here. And he said, okay, there's a wedding, you will go and anchor for me. I said, boss, you gave me 150K when I was living in Lagos. So she said, that's for your job that you've done in Lagos. I said, 50,000 to talk. Comedy, we will die here, we will die in this industry. You know, that was like my first pay. It came from Firstborn and Sako. Gave me 50 grand just to perform. After buying me suits, shirts, made complimentary cards for me. So I had actually made more for them to give me 50K. And I figured, okay, this industry is it. Let's do comedy. Talk about men. I look up to a lot of people, people that have affected me. I hope this doesn't put me in trouble because a lot of people will see this, but I believe and I'm praying that I mention everybody one after the other. Yes, Firstborn Sako, solid actually showed me the way of comedy. Then Firstborn and Sako met me, then introduced me to Big B, who had already made waves in Ibadan, and Big B took me to places where, Laugh Up. Yeah, I followed Laugh Up as well. I followed Laugh Up for 2 years in UI. Then Laugh Up thought I was a UI student, and then when I just go to Poly like this, a lot of things happen in Poly. I won't mention things that happen. You understand that? So I sneak into UI. I mingle because I believe these guys are fresh. You understand that? So I used to think I was a UI student. So I wrote with Laugh Up I'm mentioning people. Then Gbenga Adeyinka has been a father. Yeah, a father any day, man. Then Ali Baba, ancestor. I call him my ancestor any day, man. Yeah. Then Omo Baba number one. Yes, Omo Baba number one. Outside the country, I have two legends that I can do without. Friends, brothers. Looking forward to meet one. I met one already, and he's been a good person. Looking forward to meet Kevin Hart. I think we're meeting in December, by God's grace. But Wamilele is a very good man. Yeah, he resides in Houston, Texas, and these are the guys I look forward to. These guys are great men, and they know the business part of the industry. Yeah, there's a difference between movement and direction. You can keep moving in a circle, but when you're directed to go somewhere, you know where you're going, you know what you're doing. I've had opportunities to stay in the good parts of Lagos. When I mean the good parts, Ikoyi, Alibaba offered an apartment. It's BQ actually, where Basketball stayed, where TA stayed. Yeah, I can say this on TV because if you watch it and say yes. He offered, Gbenga Adeyinka offered his BQ as well. He lives on Lekki. I have friends who stay on the island with all the good things of life. But I always tell them one thing. If everybody goes to Lagos, then who stays in Ibadan? Yes, not everybody, not all that glitter is gold, trust me, man. Everybody is going to Lagos, but what are they doing in Lagos? Yeah, popularity, but are they fulfilling purpose? Trust me, I'm in IB, I feed and I feed people. That's fulfillment for me. I don't want to go to Lagos because everybody wants to go to Lagos, not because I want to be popular. And the funny part of it is because I've made my name enough in Ibadan, I go to Lagos and they still know me. When I step on any stage in Lagos, no comedian will not say PETERU because I've made the name in Ibadan. And I have my team, I have my guys in Ibadan. Why do I want to go to Lagos? We do stuff in Lagos. Trust me, nobody will stay in Ibadan. And the industry in Ibadan will die. Because even people that are going to Lagos are not coming back. They are chopping cane. I don't want to mention names, but they are doing shows and their shows are crashing. Because we have made a name in Ibadan and they understand the brand. Before, a lot of shows happen in Ibadan, but they come from Lagos. Freedom Unplugged, Night of 1,000 Laughs, Glow Laughter Fest, a lot of shows. They come from Lagos to pick our money. So we will pick that money in Ibadan. So we needed to make the name, we created the craft, created the brand, made people follow the brand, and now we're cashing out. So why do I want to go to Lagos? I started the foundation. People handed over to me. Laugh Up actually handed over Ibadan industry to me. So before I will hand over, it won't be Lagos, I'm very sure. To be somewhere else, probably outside the country. Because Lagos is just crowded, people are coming back to Ibadan now. If you know how many Nollywood actors and actresses are coming to Ibadan, to come and live in Ibadan. I actually tried it, but they said house rent is 4.5 million for 2-bedroom. I live in a 3-bedroom. It's not 500,000. Hallelujah. Alright, my most embarrassing moment. 18th October 2015. 18th October 2014. I had a show in Ikoyi, Lagos. This is actually supposed to be an advice to comedians watching or anybody watching. Know your craft, learn your craft, learn more about your craft. I didn't know not all jokes will work for all events. I'm this comedian, I crack jokes, I make people laugh, I'm very sure about my materials. There are things that happen to me, most of them I've seen, most of them I just imagine and probably happened to somebody. So I had my jokes and somebody called me for a kiddies party. So in my mind I was thinking, kiddies party, now yeah, let's go and crack. So I started my lines, pa, 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 pa. And the kids were like, so the birthday boy, the celebrant just went to the mom. Mommy, it's not funny. So the mom came to me and said, MC, yeah, I saw you at an event, you were very funny, but you are struggling. You want to take a rest? You want to eat? I said, no, mommy, let me go again. I went there, pa, 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 pa. And they said, Uncle, go away. Uncle, we want to dance. I was embarrassed and the woman came to me. I know you are funny, but you just don't understand these kids. They just go back. They all just go back. Just make them laugh, carry them along, I know. While I was struggling to crack jokes, they were just expecting me to carry them along. And the woman said to me, this is not your job. Get something else doing. I won't mention her name because she gave me a job recently that paid me a lot of money. So, and she laughed and said, that time that you are not funny, you have worked on your craft. You know, the woman told me you are not funny, get something else doing. She actually gave me extra money. Like, this is the money I want to pay you. Then just take this. Maybe you need to buy books or something. I cried to Lagos. To Ibadan. I cried, gang, gidi, broku. Then I told myself I will learn more about this. And I learned. I've done a lot of kiddies party now. That's like the most interesting job to do, trust me, as an MC. If they call you for a kiddies party and burial, those two things, my brothers and sisters, that's blood money because you won't do anything. You just be calling Omoloko. And for kiddies party, don't let me be making this secret for those that don't know. You to go and be embarrassed. Yeah, apart from comedy, the PETERU brand is into a whole lot. We started something, Comedy Up. That's where we actually discovered a lot of comedians that you all see now. We discovered Shete, discovered Remote, discovered MC Rapping Daddy. Who else? We discovered a lot of people with Comedy Up. Along the line, we met another sub-comedians as well who's been doing well in their different locations, and they came along the line. Tai Chi is doing very well for himself. Dr. Freak, you know, we started that. Apart from comedy, then we into feeding the poor, feeding the homeless. I can't call it an NGO because we don't even know what we do. We just know that we go all out when we're being directed to just go and make some people happy. We don't wait for any festive period. We don't wait for anything. We just do it when we wish. And apart from comedy, apart from the motherless thing that we do, we're into, how do I put it now? I'm trying to look for a name for it, and that name must stick. Don't cut this part, I like it. I'm trying to look for a name. We're into uniting the entertainment industry in Ibadan because we organize an annual football match where we have entertainers come play soccer and get to meet, you know, some upcoming artists want to feature some big artists in the states and the city, and they don't just know how to go about it. When they come play soccer together, after the event, they get to relax, eat, wine and dine. We spend a whole lot for that actually, but it's been going good. And the PETERU comedy brand, we are actually working on a TV station, and we're working on a comedy club, the first comedy club in Ibadan. Apart from the comedy lounge that we do weekly, PETERU hosts comedy lounge at MOF 21 Event Center every week. We're working on a comedy club, a house or a venue where you only come there any 2 days of the week to just come and laugh, just the way they do outside the country, like a comedy room. That's what's going to be the PETERU's comedy room, yeah, PCR. We're working on it, so watch out for it coming this December somewhere in Ibadan. Yeah. Yes, if I was not a comedian, I would have been, or I will be, or I will be a footballer. Today, I still went to the pitch to play soccer, and I still scored a good goal for that matter. I still play soccer back to back, and that's why we organize football match for entertainers. If I was not doing comedy, I would have been outside the country now, one of the clubs playing soccer. I trust myself very well because I score. Any day I don't score, maybe I didn't have a good night's rest. Any day I sleep well like I did last night, you understand? It was a goal, you understand? It was Zlatan if he scored a goal where this one. Are you with me? And my take on rape, that was a serious question, no? Because trust me, rape comes in, to me, if I want to be careful with this because I've had this kind of question before and it got me into trouble. This is serious. So rape is bad, that's one, but there's a twist to it. I'm not saying you should not look good as a lady, but you go visit a guy in his house, you know he lives alone, you know his sound system is always loud, and you're wearing a micro mini outfit, everything is all clinged onto your body. He's human, you know, you don't expect him to, you know, not all men are sane, not all men will just act well. So I would just believe if it's not done outside the house, the first question I'll ask you, someone raped you in his house, on his bed, in his room. My sister, are you sure it's rape? What conversation did you guys have that you cannot have in the car, you cannot have in the living room, that you cannot have that led you to the room, that led you, a lot of things. But rape is bad, totally bad, trust me. But there's a twist to it. Ladies should just be careful as well. Not just guys raping ladies now. Ladies actually do rape guys. We've had instances, we've seen videos as well, outside country when 2 ladies were actually raping a guy. He was helpless because the ladies had knives and stuff. If you've seen the video, so rape is bad, but there's a twist to it. So know what you do, know the kind of things, places you go to, know the kind of places you follow a man to. Or you follow a man, you guys start taking alcohol together. Are you not supposed to get drunk? Call down on rape. It's not rape, it's consent. Hallelujah. Yeah, would I consider myself successful? Yes. I never saw myself here some 5 years ago. Yes, I never saw myself here some 5 years ago. So I thank God for the success, and I'm thanking God for the things He's yet to do. Yeah, I'm very successful right now because this is the same guy who they call the black sheep of the family, the same guy they call the dropout from university. This is the same guy who could not afford 1 square meal. This is the same guy who could not feed his family. This is the same guy who could not do a lot of things. This is the same guy who had low self-esteem. This is the same guy who could not even have friends around him. Yes, Joe has always been a friend. Something. And Jerry Jim Dog there. Yeah, I'm successful. Thank God for my life, and I thank God for where He's still taking me. Yes, again and again, I'm successful. Word of advice, up-and-coming comedians and fans, friends, family members, anybody watching this. This might be long because it's not word of advice, it's just what has worked for me. So if this works for me, I pray this works for you. No past, no future, just now. I'll take that again. No past, no future, just now. Don't dwell on your past, whatever you've done in the past, that is just bygone. Don't be too eager to plan a future. Because I remember some years back, my dream car was a Toyota Camry Peso, and at the time I wanted to buy a car. That car was, if they had offered me for free, I would have sold it. So that was my future some years back, and when it was time for me to get it, and I could not just even take it for a cab, no past, no future, just now. If you handle your now well, trust me, the future is very, very bright. Handle relationships tight, you go far in life. If you handle your relationship, people you move with, people you meet along the line, treat people well, and above all, your mind is your life. Your mind is where you're going. Your mind is your success story. What you believe, you become. Yes, what you believe, you become. Someone told me something to read a book. Ali Baba told me to read a book, and in the book I saw an illustration. And that has always worked for me, and that I'm about to say to you right now. The same human being that will run away from the rain will take himself to a waterfall for every downpour to fall on him. It's just the mindset. The same hand you use to eat pizza and lick it, in the same hand they will ask you to wash in a clean bowl and drink it, and your mind is telling you it's dirty. But the same thing you washed in the bowl and the water you drank was just the same thing you licked. It's just the mind. Treat your mind right, and the future is bright. Hi guys, my name is PETERU, your favorite boy, the original brother boy, disturbing everywhere with laughter. Yes, I'm on the seat on Extreme Boss TV. Don't go nowhere.